Good morning guys, Chat Picasso from CryptoCitadel right here. Today we're gonna have a bit of a long video. We have our group there, t.me/CryptoCitadel. Please join our group whenever you can. Thank you RBL, thank you Salome, thank you Panda Chem, thank you Stephen Tang, thank you Viking, thank you Syrian, thank you to the Orcas group, thank you PowerMind group, thank you Block Dice group. Today we're gonna do a bit of Bitcoin on the 4 hours, the weekly and the daily. We're then gonna proceed to do a bit of Ethereum, XRP and IOST. So those are the projects I'm currently watching. I wish I could do a bit of other projects. If you guys have any requests, you can hit me up with them. I'll do some TA on them. But right now we're gonna look into BTC 4 hours. So what happens with BTC 2 days ago, we've drawn up this triangle and we were gonna watch this triangle close. Once this triangle started to spill, we knew straight away that we had to initiate a short. We had these two old lines here, and because those two lines form part of confluence, we knew that we would have a target here and a target below. We can see a perfect close here at 8.9, and we all know that 8.9 it's an old support resistance area. If you zoom this one out, you can see a touch there, and we can see a couple of touches here. So 8.9 is pretty much standard location. So right now we are under the influence of this rejection here. So it was a bit shy, never reached it. If you have an entry too high there, then you wouldn't short this because you will never fill up. So right now your play will be to actually long this support, provided you keep closing candles above here. If these candles start to dip below here, I will seriously look into shorting this, maybe to another touch here and another touch here, and possibly a revisit of this area here. So that's what is going to happen there on the 4 hour. I'm going to have a look into the weekly. To be in the same place. The weekly, we're still under the same distribution we did at this triangle, and as you can see, we still stuck under it. So what I'm expecting here is a test below on this triangle or a test above there. Right now we have a slow creeping descending trajectory there, so you could expect probably a hunt to liquidate a couple of longs here, and probably a hand up to liquidate some shorts above here. On the weekly, we're still split. We don't have like firm ground to base our trade on, just a 50-50 scenario still. I would like to see a test below here, and the RSI is also signaling a turn to the down side. So I will keep watching that weekly close there. I'm gonna do the daily. On the daily end, we had this rejection a couple days back. This support didn't hold, and we dipped into the next support range. That didn't hold. We came and touched down here. On our last video we were somewhere here, and I said we'll have a touch here, which happened, and we're now spilling out of it. So this is now a very bearish situation. Why is it so? We have left this parallel trajectory here, so we were being held in by this trajectory, but then we've managed to rally a bit here, and then we hit another hard section of resistance here. So this line over here starts to become important. So every rejection here, it's a reason for you to short. Right now, what I would want to see the bulls to do is to recover this parallel here, the very least. But if they keep rejecting that, then we know straight away that we should initiate a short with a possible stop loss at around 9.4 or 9.3 over there. But that is looking very bearish on the daily, so we could have a touch there, a rejection downwards, to come test this old block of support over here. Okay, so that's it on the daily. I don't think this needs any update. It has enough lines of confluence there. We're gonna do Ethereum USD, only the daily on the Bybit end. And with Ethereum, we had a very bullish ascending triangle here, but then what this could have been interpreted as by some other people would be something like that. Most likely a failed parallel. So what happens is we are now spilling out of the triangle and out of the parallel. We're also spilling out of the distribution area over here. So the obvious things to do here is that we below here we could continue shorting with a probable stop loss of 230. Okay, we short that. If we have a close below here, we continue our short, possibly to come have a test down further below here. This is a very, very bearish outlook as well here, because we're spilling out of a very, very large trend here. If I bring up my EMAs, I can have confirmation of that as well. Come on, EMAs. Okay, so here we have an EMA, we have a bullish flip here, and we about to start flipping bearish, and start leaving every other EMAs. So these EMAs have to hold and probably find some bounce ground for XRP to bounce off from. But right now it's not looking so good here. We really need to see some volume and some higher close prices there. We need these resistance to hold. If that doesn't hold, then you could see a candle further down into possibly these ranges here. Alright, so we're gonna now do XRP. Also the daily Bybit. XRP. On XRP we've been watching a descending triangle here, and we did say that this was looking rather bearish, and look what happened. As soon as it spilled out of the distribution range there, boom, rejected, and down it went. So it also dropped another layer of support here from this week here. That didn't hold, right through it, tried to regain it, and it's now rejecting. So what we will watch on XRP is 1, 2 touches. We would watch a third touch somewhere in the future here. So updating to this triangle, we would have to watch this area here. We're gonna watch this on the next couple of days. This is what we'll watch. So as soon as this triangle spills out here, we know straight away that we have to further short XRP. Right now what the bulls need is to start closing above here, and that will propel them above that to try and test this area of resistance here, or probably close above this block here. So this is the Holy Mary Grail here. They need to regain around 19 cents in order to rally. We're gonna finish with our last item there, IOST. Okay, IOST on the daily, we have a series of red candles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles on the daily. If you did short the rejection above there up to here, you've had a pull 23% to the downside. So what we'll be watching now is this line of resistance that is forming ahead here. So the next 1 or 2 days we would want to see bulls to start closing above here. So this is basically a retracement from here. We're hoping this line here can hold, and if that doesn't hold, we could expect this line to test. If that line also doesn't hold, we would expect a drop here and a touch there, but this is not looking good so far. If we do start closing above, we would expect a couple of touches here, and the close above here could propel us to come and test these ranges here. We'll look at the 4 hours for a better view. This is the resistance acting here, and that's the very important point there. So we will focus this cross here between the triangle and the resistance line that it's forming, and that should touch in exactly 1 day and 16 hours. The RSI also looking rather bearish. As soon as it signals a long signal in the green form here, we should have a pretty nice setup on IOST USDT. So that is it from me, guys. Thank you again. Please join our group, CryptoCitadel. Thank you, Orcas group. Thank you, Block Dice group. Thank you, PowerMine group. And this was Chat Picasso. See you again soon. Bye.